Again, 800-398-9411.
This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends, what's going on? This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. We are broadcasting on the radio airwaves of ESPN 1090, so blasting 50,000 watts throughout Southern California. Yeah, we're in home base San Diego, but what's going on, Orange County? Shout out LA. Yo, Grande's crib, Oxnard, California, checking in all the way up the Central Coast. Glad to have everybody along on radio. For those of you that are on our YouTube channel, pretty active conversation going on yesterday in the YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe, tell your friends, get involved. You can come.
What were they talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about?
What were they talking about?
I don't.
It never has to do with the show.
Yeah, yesterday I was involved in the YouTube chat, and we were talking a lot, as I recall, still about the Will Smith slap situation. So I was kind of in on that. People were, I think, mentioning that O.J. Simpson yesterday sent out a tweet with a video where O.J. said something like, I don't condone it, but I get it. And here's the funny part about O.J. saying that. Prior to O.J. coming out with his tweet and his video, anybody who said that, I don't condone Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, but I do understand snapping and getting so upset that you finally lose your mind that you just go and do something like that. My thought on that was, then here's what you should be saying. If you feel like you don't condone Will Smith smacking somebody, but you do understand it, then maybe what you should be thinking to yourself is, I don't condone OJ slashing people up, but I kind of get it because I understand when somebody snaps. And if I'm being completely honest here for a second, I've said that in the past. I've said that. I would never do something like that, but I kind of understand where OJ lost his mind and did it. So anybody who said, I don't condone Will Smith's actions, but I do understand Will Smith's actions, then you probably don't condone OJ's actions, but you probably understand what OJ did and why he did it. So I think that was a lot of the conversation yesterday in the YouTube.
What did he do?
What did he do, Browner?
Come on, man. Please. I don't know what y'all talking about at all. Zero. Who is this man you speak of?
Browner, I'm so proud of you, pal. Love it. Seriously, you are a man of your word. You are. When the great friends voted last year that you had to give up on OJ is innocent in the Brown facts brackets, when they voted you had to give up that phrase, my man, you have done a phenomenal job of giving up on that phrase. Appreciate you, dog.
I got to hold true, man. I'm only worth my word, brother. That's all I'm worth.
It's funny. We're talking about these Brown facts just for a quick moment. Alex, could you put up for everybody who's watching on television, on YouTube, and for those of you that are listening on radio, we're down to the final four of the Brown facts. And Grande, this is going to lead me to something we did yesterday that I want to tell you something, Grande. You were missed yesterday afternoon, early evening. You were very, very missed yesterday evening. And I'm probably going to have to call you out on it.
Okay.
I know it really upsets you when I call you out on it.
No.
Oh,
well, I know it's not going to upset him. Ooh. I know. That's why he doesn't care. But look at him. Look how happy he is, though. He's got his Los Buki's jacket back because I finally returned it to him. It's sitting on his chair behind him.
Was it in the condition in which you gave it to him?
Alex, do you?
I didn't even inspect it because I trust Scott.
Okay. All right, here, let's take a look at the Brown Facts brackets because...
Not yet.
Oh, not yet? Trying to
That's
find
why
them,
I was
Grande?
like, yeah, I don't even know. No, I know where they're at. Just, my computer's doing like 10 things at once. So when I'm doing one particular thing, it's very slow.
All right. Well, then
hold on.
One
particular thing.
All right. So then let me do this. I'm going to get back to OJ in a second.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to get back to the Brown Facts in a second. Mm-hmm. But I must tell everybody, Browner, did we have a great time yesterday at the I Thrive IV Lounge? Wasn't that fun, man?
That was great, man, to just sit around and have conversations about stuff that's happening on the show, about stuff that has nothing to do with the show. Shout out to the Rigby family for dropping by just to say hi. Also had the Birdman come through. I don't know why that man had 2 birds, but he was friends with Tommy, so it made perfect sense.
Now, Alex, have you heard and seen what happened
man.
yesterday? Did you hear about this?
Well, if Tommy was there, I can kind of guess what happened. But no, I haven't heard anything about.
Let me.
And all you guys didn't send me anything. You guys didn't.
I did
post anything.
I did.
No, yesterday. Today you did.
Yeah.
I didn't get tagged in anything. I was expecting some stuff. Got nothing.
I haven't posted anything yet, and I was kind of hoping. That
I actually wasn't sure if you guys even ended up showing up.
So here's what happened. Let me just give everybody a little heads up on what happened, because this is all related. Let's remember where we started. OJ, Brown Facts, IV Lounge at iThrive. So here's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I got down to iThrive yesterday in Mission Valley at about 5:30 because I wanted to visit with Raquel Gay. And I wanted to visit with Raquel because she wants to set up more of these IV lounges in the month of April. And so I went down there early, and my man Avery Martinez met me down there super early, and Dr. John and Dr. Tom were ready to go. So they gave me and Avery like our IV, like probably around 5:45. So by the time Tommy got there and Michael Ambacher, and then, Browner shows up, and then Joe Rigby's awesome. Joe Rigby's in between like softball practice and volleyball practice for his twin daughters. And dude is schlepping between Poway and IB. Dude, that's the kind of commute this guy has, right? And he's like, hey, I'm just going to stop by and say hello for a little bit. Well, little does he know that once Tommy shows up, his best pal's this guy, Larry the Birdman. Larry shows up. He's got 2 parrots on his shoulders. Tommy said to me, do you think that they'll mind at iThrive if I bring 2 parrots? And I'm like, it's a medical clinic. I would just err on the side of caution and not bring the birds. Well, apparently he calls down there. He says, hey, my friend Larry walks around with 2 parrots on his shoulders at all times. Can he bring the parrots? And they were like, sure, bring them. Now, here's the thing about Larry. I've never met Larry before. Larry only does like parrot comedy. So he walks around and he's got one-liners, zingers all day long about parrots. Alex, I know your computer's doing like 20 different things. I sent you a video earlier today. Is there any chance you're going to be able to put this video on the air or no? Okay.
Yeah, that I can play.
So I'm going to show you yesterday. We're at the iThrive IV Lounge. We're all we're taking IVs. We're all getting hydrated and healthy. I'm telling you right now, Browner, do you know what you took yesterday?
I had the energy boost.
Okay. I took weight loss, immune boost, and I don't remember what else I had in there, but I feel great. How are you feeling, Brown?
Dude, I'm telling you, if you get it, you feel it. It lasts for me more than I expect, because last night I slept about as good as I slept in a really long time, and that's very refreshing for me because I'm not a good sleeper. And I woke up refreshed and energized and ready to go. And I know that getting that bag has something to do with it.
It's funny because Joe Rigby was like, dude, I would never do an IV vitamin hydration thing. He's like, but hearing Browner talk about it, that's what sold me.
It's real, man. It's real.
He's like, Browner doesn't eat healthy. He eats fast food. He drinks soda all day. But Browner doing something good for his body and then telling us how good it is, that's what sold Joe Rigby on wanting to come down to iThrive.
That soda's healthy for you, bro. That's Mexican Coke.
Yeah, that's the good sugary Coke.
That's pure cane sugar right there.
Yeah.
Not baby.
High fructose corn syrup the Americans use.
Got that Costco 70 pack going.
Nice.
70 packs?
What's a 70 pack of Coke cost at Costco?
$20.
I was gonna say, how much does that weigh?
No way.
It's probably about 24 and 25 in there.
Oh, not 75.
No, that was an exaggeration.
Got it.
I was
Exaggeration.
say, how did you get that? Never mind. Continue.
All right, so Alex, show everybody the video.
Exactly.
Show everybody the video of the iThrive IV Lounge yesterday. IV Lounge. Bunch of dudes with birds and kids hanging out, getting IVs.
I took it to church once. You know what the priest asked us?
Tell me.
If we would join his flock. He didn't like it when I told him they talked to ghosts. You know what I call it when they talk to ghosts?
Tell me.
Parrot normal. They messed it up. They were in the Air Force right now. You know what they did in the Air Force? They taught them how to use the parrot chute.
Can't believe it.
They became parrot troopers.
I
Better
had,
watch out, Jason Lawhead.
yeah,
Better watch out.
I had to cut it off at that point. I mean, Larry was doing pure parrot comedy, line after line after line. He was nailing these parrot jokes, and I was like, I got to just cut the video off at this point. I do.
Yeah, you're like 20 seconds too late.
Yeah. Now, Tommy, I want to tell you guys something. Tommy brought me a new bag. Because, Alex, you asked me to bring the Los Bukis jacket, the athletic greens. Browner needed gift cards to Tory Holistics. I brought all this stuff down there. You know what I forgot to bring? Were all the Tommy gifts. The tequila for you, Alex. The
Yeah.
black label.
Convenient.
Something or other for you, Brown. No, it's sitting right here. You can have it, dude. But Tommy brought me all this stuff. He brought me the script for Strikeout, his game show, which is right here. Right here. I've got the scripts in here.
Let's hear a question. Let's hear a trivia question.
Okay. All right. Here it goes.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah, it's a game. It's a game show. Here we go. Oh geez, I probably just screwed my lighting up with by putting white paper in front of my
Put your hand up. Put your hand up. Put your hand up.
All right, here we go. Let's see if this will help. Okay. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Let's see here. What team did Babe Ruth play on?
Yankees.
Okay.
And the Red Sox.
All right. What was Babe Ruth's number in Boston?
3.
3?
Oh,
it was 3 in New York.
That's wrong. I think 7. What team did Babe Ruth play on before the Yankees?
The Red Sox.
Red Sox.
And is there another team?
Not that I know of.
No, because Tommy says Atlanta. So that's the game show, and then I've got this. I don't know what's in here. Tommy. He's got the posters. These posters, by the way, they're going up everywhere. Tommy is literally walking around.
Tommy's got to look up his facts before he starts doing trivia, though.
Yeah.
Boston, New York, and Boston.
All right. Well, he'll have to do that. I think it's just it's a pilot, dude. It's a pilot. But these right here, Tommy is putting these things up in bars and restaurants all over San Diego. He literally walks in, he talks to whoever the bartender is, or whoever's running the restaurant, and he asks them to put this in the front of their restaurant, and then he shoots videos with them of them doing it. If you're out there, because actually it was really funny. Somebody came in and Tommy was giving away these posters, which, by the way, Alex, he signed one for you.
Hey.
Nice. And I actually got a signed letter saying congratulations for 1 year on television. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, these things are going up in bars and restaurants all over San Diego. And one of the guys yesterday was like, "Oh my God, I just saw that at whatever the name of the place was where Tommy put it." So way to go, TT. Nice job, man.
He's like a one-man street team.
He is. That's right, he is. All right. And I've completely thrown off the white balance to my camera. Let me see if I can do this on air. Let me see if this helps.
No. Gone.
Really? You're going to screw me all up?
Put your hand up.
Put up my white hand.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Maybe my white hand will match my white face, although it doesn't look like it. Looks like I screwed the whole thing up. Really does. Looks like I screwed the whole damn thing up. All right. Anyway, it was a great time yesterday. I'm glad everybody came down. We're going to do 2 more of these in April. So if you missed it and you want to come down and have fun, Browner, isn't it great? Like we're just sitting around. We were watching the Lakers versus the Mavericks game.
Oy.
Why were we watching that?
I don't know.
If I wasn't a Laker fan, I would love to watch that.
You would, huh?
Yeah.
It just wasn't good basketball. Like as a basketball fan, like that's not good basketball. Like I don't know. I don't need to repeat that, but it's not good basketball.
But what do we think is going to happen? You have no LeBron, you have no Anthony Davis, and you're playing against a team in Dallas. It's they're okay. They're not great. They're probably not going to they're not going to make it to the Western Conference Finals, but they're good, solid. But man, the Lakers are just so bad.
It looked like the Lakers were playing a 6-5 and under league last night.
Alex, did you
my
have
favorite thing that people are still surprised that A, the Lakers are bad and that they don't play good basketball, and then B, LeBron and AD weren't playing yesterday, so it's like, did you think it was going to get better?
No, which is why.
So it's like
Which is why I was like, I don't feel like I need to be watching this. Did you have your Taco Tuesday podcast yesterday?
No, it got moved to Monday.
Okay, so how come I couldn't get you to iThrive yesterday?
I did go to iThrive.
You did?
Yeah, when you guys left, I just called ahead, be like, can you let me know when the Birdman and Tommy leave, and then I'm going to go get my shot.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because you guys were already full. You guys had the full 6. I didn't
You're
want to stand
full of it.
around
You are.
and crowded.
Listen, I appreciate how you're exaggerating the truth here. I like it, but that's a complete lie.
Massive lie.
I know.
Call. Ask them.
I'm not calling anybody. I don't got time for that.
No need to call.
Bottom line, you didn't come to I Thrive yesterday for 2 reasons.
When you were there.
Right. One, the first reason is because A, you said you had a podcast that you had to record, which you didn't do.
I did.
Okay.
Anthony switched it on me on Monday.
Okay. And then 2,
On Monday.
the next reason you didn't come is because your veins suck and you didn't want to sit there and get poked for an hour.
It actually doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't hurt a little bit. It doesn't even remotely hurt. That was the least of my worries. The truth is that I was planning on not going because I do have to do Taco Tuesday. Lakers played at 4:30, but then Anthony switched it when he was on the show. Remember, he made the comment like, "Hey, shout out to Alex because I keep moving him around." Like, he literally asked me that day if he could move it around. And by the time it came around to it, I forgot, and then B, it sounded like you guys were full. So I was like, all right, I'm cool.
Yeah. Well, we would
representation was there.
Would have loved to have had you. I could care less about watching.
Larry the Birdman took my spot.
Yeah, Larry the Birdman was great. He was doing parrot jokes all day long. But I will tell you this: I am of the opinion that Anthony Davis should not be trying to rush back. LeBron James might as well shut it down right now. And there's no reason for the Lakers to even attempt in the last, how many games to go? How many games are there? 7 or 8 games?
7.
Yeah. There's no reason for the Lakers to even attempt to try and work their way into the play-in tournament.
Why
Is
not?
there a financial reward for the team if they make the playoffs?
My guess
because
is
the Bus family is so cheap that I assume that they would like that money.
They need that money. They need that extra attendance money.
my guess is there probably is financial incentive for the organization to want to be in the play-in. Or
it's
at
like
least
they're hosting a playing game.
they would or would not
Both
be.
would be on the road.
Right.
Both would be on the road.
Right. So if that's the case, I mean, I'm asking you guys. I mean, if Anthony Davis has been hurt all season, essentially, and LeBron James has a knee injury and now an ankle injury, and there's 7 games to go, do you think LeBron James believes that the Lakers can make noise in the playoffs? Does LeBron think they
where I
can?
stand. You know where I stand on this. If you put LeBron and AD on the court, that's a difficult matchup because still at this point, offensively, they'll be able to score points. The problem is defensively, they can't stop anybody. And can Anthony Davis provide them enough rim protection that they can put a little more pressure on the perimeter? I don't know. We'd have to see. But offensively, if let's say if they had to play Memphis plays great defense. They don't have anybody to guard LeBron and AD. So all that great regular season defense would be completely out of the window. They have no one to guard AD. They have no one to guard LeBron.
But if
But
they
the Lakers
sneak
can't
in,
stop anybody.
Play Memphis in the Western Conference Finals. They would play Phoenix first round.
listen, if they sneak into the
They
play,
got the 7.
They can't get the 7.
dude, they're 11th right now. They're right now they're kind of out of it.
It's Denver, Minnesota, or the Clippers will be the 7 seed. The Lakers are fighting to be the 8 seed.
Got it.
Listen, maybe we should think that Anthony Davis can walk back into an NBA game and have a big night. I mean, Paul George did last night.
And this is what I was telling y'all. Anthony Davis has been in the league for a decade. Like a guy like Paul George, who Anthony Davis is better than, by the way. If he could just come on the court and punish the Jazz by the time the fourth quarter rolls around, Anthony Davis can do the same thing.
Well, especially Paul George has been out since before Christmas.
He missed 40 games.
I know, but me personally, I'm telling you right now, if I were the Laker organization, I'd be like, listen, this season has been a disaster. It's been a complete nightmare.
It has.
You know what? Let's shut it down. This way, LeBron can go into the offseason and get himself healthy, give himself a nice, big, fat, long offseason. Anthony Davis can do the exact same thing. We'll have to figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to move Russell Westbrook. But seriously, like, why try and force something that's really not going anywhere?
Because if you're in that locker room, you did not come there to lose. Once you get into the playoffs, everything is 0-0. And everything that happened during this regular season, the injuries, the dysfunction, the coaching, the questioning of the coach, all that goes out of the window because everybody is 0-0. And if you're on that roster and if you are those players, you believe you can compete against anyone. That's why this is what I'm saying. If you're in that locker room, you want to be in that tournament. Period. Whether you have to do the play in to get in it, you want to be in it because once you are in it, you have a chance.
Well, if they don't get LeBron and AD back on the floor this week with 7 games to go, they're going to naturally not make the play-in
Yes,
as opposed to working super hard to get into the play-in. Alex,
I
I
agree.
can see you. I can see you suffering through this conversation.
He hates to talk about
The
that.
Lakers, I'm just like, the Lakers weren't good with Anthony Davis. I don't understand why people are having this conversation. Like, they were not a good team with Anthony Davis. Like, nothing's gonna change. This is a bad roster, dude. It's such a terrible roster that Anthony Davis is not gonna make them a title contender, or because they're terrible. They listen. I'm looking at it right now. Before he got hurt, well, he got hurt, came back January 25th. They were 3-6 until he got hurt again, and their wins were against Portland and New York and Brooklyn. I think that day Brooklyn didn't have anybody. I don't think that KD or Kyrie played that day.
I remember that game.
So, and they lost to Golden State, Portland, Milwaukee, and that's the game that you guys were crushing Anthony Davis again because he's not a good player, but all of a sudden now he's a good player. He's a top 10 player. But when he plays Milwaukee, let's just crap all over him. You
All right,
guys make no sense to me. It makes
Hold
no
on one
sense.
second. Listen, here's the most entertaining part of what happened last night, even though the Lakers got crushed by Dallas. It's the post game with Russell Westbrook where he gets into it with a reporter. We'll get to that. And let's get to the Padres and their pitching staff all coming right back. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
Rugby. It's America's fastest growing sport and the predecessor of American football, combining football's physicality, the free-flowing grace of soccer, the ball handling skills of basketball, and the intensity of ice hockey. No pads, no helmets, all action. Rugby Wrap-Up and Major League Rugby every Thursday night at 9 p.m. on Your View.
Victor Howell here, host for the NCAA Tournament Special Dance to the Dome. Each week during the tournament, we'll assemble a panel of regional experts that follow your local teams all the way to the Final Four at the Dome. Highlights, predictions, interviews, and more as we dance to the Dome on Your View.
Brought to you by Kearney Mesa Chevrolet. We're San Diego proud. Minutes from anywhere on Balboa Avenue.
Main streets are the heart of our communities, where we connect with our neighbors, support local businesses, and share new adventures. Main Street Living celebrates all of this, bringing you uplifting stories with guests from across the country and your community. Main Street Living covers what's important to you today, from our street to your street. Join Cheryl, Danielle, and Quincy for Main Street Living. Mondays at 9 on Your View.
So I became a dentist because I just love science and I love art. I have a music background, so I wanted to do something that I can use the hand dexterity that I've developed, through my musical training. We've had a practice in San Diego for 25 years. It's called the Super Dentist. For over 2 decades, I've had parents ask me the same questions on a daily basis. And so I decided to put all of this information in one place. I wrote a book. Title of it is If Your Mouth Could Talk. Because if your mouth could talk, it would tell you about the condition of your entire life. Right now, the oral care marketplace is a mess. And so we decided to launch a new company called Supermouth, which is a subscription model of oral care. And so we want to be proactively educating parents, providing the tools and the oral care products to make sure they can raise healthier, happier, more successful kids. The education piece is a key piece in our company, because if you're educated as a parent, you're going to do the right things. People can find my book, If Your Mouth Could Talk, themouthbook.com, and purchase the book there, and also get some special gifts to go along with the book.
You always want to live in the best home possible. And that's really at the heart of what our business is all about. And for over 20 years now, we've been focused on helping people get to the right property. At Move Up San Diego, we have created systems that are duplicatable because that creates the same results. Whether it's a trade-in option that we're doing a lot of right now, which allows people to be a cash buyer before they actually sell their home, or our moving concierge program, which actually helps you not just with the buying and selling of a property, but we help with the entire move. The best way to get a hold of Move Up San Diego is to either visit our website, moveupsandiego.com, or you can download our app called Move Up Homes, or you can call me direct on my cell phone at 858-204-7259.
Listen to The Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and themightier1090.com.
Rugby. It's America's fastest growing sport and the predecessor of American football, combining football's physicality, the free-flowing grace of soccer, the ball-handling skills of basketball, and the intensity of ice hockey. No pads, no helmets, all action. Rugby Wrap-Up and Major League Rugby every Thursday night at 9 p.m. on Your View.
The 2022 San Diego Loyal season is here. Live on Your View and YourView.com. Watch the San Diego Loyal host the El Paso Locomotive FC Sunday, April 3rd at 2 p.m. Come join us at Torero Stadium and support the San Diego Loyal as they make their bid for the 2022 USL Championship. Tickets are available. San Diego Loyal versus the El Paso Locomotive FC, Sunday, April 3rd on Your View.
Victor Howell here, host for the NCAA tournament special, Dance to the Dome. Each week during the tournament, we'll assemble a panel of regional experts that follow your local teams all the way to the Final Four at the Dome. Highlights, predictions, interviews, and more as we dance to the Dome on Your View.
Brought to you by AB Tax Law. Triumph over your serious tax problems with AB Tax Law. Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
University of San Diego baseball is on a 7-game win streak. The Toreros got a midweek win against California Baptist on Tuesday night. It was another combined effort on the mound and solid performances at the plate. Chase Meadroth extended his hit streak to a season-high 9 games, going 2 for 4 on the night. Jack Costello, Kevin Sim, and Caleb Ricketts all had multi-hit games as well. Ricketts was named West Coast Conference Player of the Week, going 8 for 14 in 4 games with 2 doubles, a triple, and 5 runs scored. It is the 3rd consecutive week a Torero has won the award. Last weekend, USD got the sweep of St. Mary's. The Toreros won in 10 innings on Friday night, then on Saturday got the win 4-1, and on Sunday piled on the offensive power, getting an 11-6 win. Next up is a 3-game set in the Bay Area against San Francisco. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Your View.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company, you need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
Replacing missing teeth with the new small diameter or mini implants. With us, we have an expert on the topic, Dr. Joe Gillespie. Dr. Gillespie.
Hey, Randy.
Welcome to the program.
Great to see you again.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company, you need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
Welcome back This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Hey, great friends. We welcome you back to the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com, along with Grande and the Brown Man. This is Kaplan and Crew broadcasting on the airwaves of ESPN 1090 on radio, on the stream of YouTube. Get involved in our YouTube chat and make sure you subscribe on all the different audio podcast platforms from Apple to Spotify all the way down to iHeart. And tonight on television, Channel 4 San Diego, part of the Cox Yourview Network, we are in day one of year two. Yesterday, we celebrated our 1-year anniversary on Yourview on Cox, and today we start day one of year two. But guys, listen, last segment, we started talking about OJ. We started talking about the Lakers. We talked about I Thrive and the Birdman and Tommy and crew. And we started talking about Russell Westbrook. And I said at the end of the last segment, I wanted to get back into Russell Westbrook and get into the Padres pitching staff. So I'm going to try and do a bunch of stuff in this segment, assuming we can stay on track. Because I don't know. I don't know what was in the I Thrive IV yesterday, but it's got my brain going in like a million different directions. How about you, Brown? Are you clear-minded today?
I'm always focused because I'm high energy. The more energy, the better.
All right. All right. Let's finish up this Laker conversation then with this. Forget the game. Forget about Anthony Davis, LeBron James, play-in tournament, playoffs, championship. Forget about all of it for a second. Did you guys happen to see what happened? And I say, did you see it? Like, was anybody sticking around for the post game on Spectrum Sports? Did anybody see James Worthy last night?
Mm-mm. Sticking around implies that you were around.
You got to be there to stick around.
You got to be there to stick around.
Yeah.
No,
we were watching the game at I Thrive, Alex, and Tommy had his phone blasting the Laker game to the point where I was finally like, Tommy, please turn down the volume on your phone.
So loud.
And you know what he did? He blamed it on Browner. He said, Browner turned up the volume on my phone.
Because that's the thing I want to get my hands on.
Is that before or after reading poems?
After.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, anyway, here's the deal, dude.
Scott doesn't get that because he left us with Tommy last time.
Yeah, I left last time. Okay, listen, here's the thing. Russell Westbrook after the game. Alex, your point is well made. If you said, do you stick around, that implies you were watching. I actually try and time these games now because I don't want to watch them. I just want to time them to see the post-game interviews, especially when the Lakers lose and especially when they lose big. So can you play for everybody, Alex?
By the way, what did I tell you years ago? Years ago when we were at the old 1090, what did I tell you about the NBA?
You said the NBA is filled with drama and you would love it because you love drama. Because I'm a drama queen.
Right. And what did I tell you? Nothing to do with the games.
Very little.
Very, very little. Proven right again.
You were right. You were right, Grande.
Telling you.
I got it.
I know.
You were right.
I hooked you.
Dude, you got me hooked into the NBA because of all the drama. The way Drive to Survive got you hooked in F1 because of the drama.
Mm-hmm.
So can you play?
Very good show.
You play the post game because usually I like to see what James Worthy's going to say because I feel like James Worthy just can't take it anymore. Can you play the post game?
Same.
Bristol idea that now you guys are actually the 11th seed, so you're out of the playing game. What changes going forward?
Nothing, man. Nothing.
And why is that?
Because it doesn't. What does it change? We still got games to play. Other teams still got games to play. We still got to play teams that's above us in the play-in. Don't really change much.
Thank you, Russ.
What do you think should change?
Winning. Be dumping.
Okay, that's obvious. What do you think should change?
Winning. Winning games, playing hard. You asked the question, I gave you an answer.
That's fine. You got the answer to winning?
All right.
You have the answer to winning?
I'm not out there playing. Maybe I think you give me the answer what you think should be.
Exactly.
So well,
I don't have the answer.
You know,
exactly.
If you don't have it, you out there, I can't have it either.
You ask me, think I have an answer. You don't have it either.
Well, but I don't play, Russell. I want to get the information from you so that I can
I'm
give
only
it
one
to you.
person, champ.
Right.
It's a team game,
Right.
so I don't have an answer.
Okay.
I may have it.
I don't have it.
It's all good.
But I'm asking the pros who know the game, play the game,
Yeah.
what you think you can do to make it Your part, their part, everybody's
For
part.
sure.
That's what I'm asking.
No, I really that. I respect that.
Okay.
You got that? Y'all got that?
No.
Y'all got it?
No, respect. We
It's all
we
good.
do
You see
each
that?
other.
It's good.
We
You see
good.
that? Y'all got that? All right, cool. Y'all got it. Make sure I record that.
All right. So here's what's happening for those of you listening on radio.
I hate that.
Did you just say you hate
I
that?
hate that guy so much. I hate that guy so much.
That was his best exchange. I'm sorry. That was his best exchange. He had a back and forth with the reporter who asked a question. When it was over, he presented him with a question. What needs to change? The reporter had no answers. Like, that wasn't rude. It wasn't disrespectful.
No, I think in context, what makes me so upset about Russ is that in context, you talk. This is not a 90-second press conference. That wasn't his first question.
Right.
They asked him earlier, what could you have done better in stopping Luka Doncic? And he's like, I didn't have to worry about that individually. And then so they ask him about a team question. And he's like, well, no, I'm just one guy. This is a team sport. It's like, bro, you can't have it both ways, man. You can't say that wasn't my guy and then throw the whole team under the bus and throw the rest of the team under the bus. And then when you get asked what you can do, then say, like, oh, I can't do anything. It's a team sport. Like, you can't have it both ways in the same press conference. Like, I don't know, like his press conferences have been worse than his on-court play this year. And that's saying something.
That's
I
not
think
true,
that-
because we
I think
play
the
more
press
of his
conferences-
press conferences than we play his game highlights
Yeah.
on this show.
I think the press conference
Because there are no highlights, there are lowlights. Trust me, I can go and get you guys every single brick that he's thrown up on top of the backboard, every air ball that he's shot up. I mean, it's been awful. Awful. But anyways,
Well, let me say this though. I don't know who the reporter is. Do you guys know the gentleman?
Brad Turner. I follow him on Twitter.
And Brad Turner's with the LA Times.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's Brad Turner, an African American reporter, who is talking to Russell Westbrook and saying, what's going to change? And Russ is like, what can we change? We got to play these teams ahead of us. They're better in the standings. We got to continue to play these guys. What do you want to see change? And the reporter says, winning. And Russ gets frustrated by the answer because he's like saying, well, you tell me, what should we be doing? And you're a reporter. You're there to ask the questions. You don't have the answers. You got questions, but not necessarily the answers, And then Russ gets offended, like, well, you're just saying winning. Well, yeah, bro, I'm a reporter. You're a professional basketball player. I'm asking you the question, what can you do to make changes? Because in the last 7 games, you got to win a few of these games just to get lucky enough to make it into the play-in. And here's the thing. I thought maybe somebody might smack somebody in the face.
Oh, this guy, come on. Come on. It's not necessary. I think that was a very good back and forth between a writer who I don't know and a player who's volatile amongst the press, which is a fair back and trade.
I don't give Russ any credit on that exchange. That was a reporter that knew what he was asking and knew what he was asking in the context and didn't back down. Russell Westbrook tried to bully that guy. Like a lot of players try to bully reporters, and a lot of reporters back down because they don't really know what they're asking or they get intimidated. And Brad Turner was like, I'm asking you a simple question, dude. You're a professional here. I'm a reporter. I'm asking a professional what he and his professional teammates can do better to not get humiliated by the Cavs. Or by the Mavs. I'm asking you, I'm not, he's like, why would I have an answer? I'm a reporter. My job is to ask you these questions. So a lot of I don't give Russell Westbrook any credit for trying to bully the guy down like that. He was going to walk off. He was about to walk off and it was about to be over. But the fact that Brad Turner stood his ground and kept talking to him was who the person I give credit to, not Russell Westbrook trying to bully the guy.
Because Russell Westbrook eventually, by shaking hands with him and giving him the bro handshake, I was like, all right, my brother. I got to give you some respect.
Russell Westbrook is very aware of himself, and he knew that he was looking like a total dick and that the cameras were still rolling. So he's like, you know what? Okay, cool. I get it. Good job. Thanks. Bye.
But also looked up and went, y'all get that? Y'all get that? Because y'all always show me mean, show me being nice.
I like the brother
because he's aware of himself.
I do. No, but I like the reporter standing his ground because I'm telling you right now, white guy reporter who's got these ass-kissing questions, that guy gets intimidated, backs down, and Russ goes walking out.
What you mean? Kevin Acey wouldn't have stood up to Russell Westbrook in that moment?
No, not
Never.
only Kevin Acey.
Acey would never have said winning.
Dude, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. When the Lakers win a couple of games, and not in a row, of course, because they haven't won back-to-back games, as Alex pointed out yesterday, since January 7th. But when the Lakers win, the reporters in the room, predominantly white guys, kiss their asses like I've never seen before. Boy, it really seems like you guys have things turned around now, right? hey, it seems like you guys are playing championship caliber basketball, right? I mean, these guys kiss their asses like they're starstruck by these guys. African American reporter to African American player, when the guy's trying to intimidate him, like Alex points out, he's like, no, I'm standing my ground here, dude. You don't have to.
Because I didn't ask a crazy question. I didn't ask you some like offensive question. And for your reaction to be that way, it was just completely unnecessary. You're frustrated. I understand you're frustrated, but this was this very simple question.
I'm telling you right
And
now.
then if you're gonna get pissed off about me saying winning, bro, you gotta win. You go 0-7, you're out. 1, 2, 3, Cancun.
I thought Russ was going to smack him. I thought this was going to be another Will
You were-
Smith, Chris Rock situation.
I don't understand that your joy level of that thought, considering how upset you were at for Chris Rock.
No joy whatsoever. No
Oh,
joy
there's
at all.
clear joy in the
No
way you're
joy.
saying. I thought he was going to smack him. I thought he was going to smack him.
If he would have slapped that reporter, Scott, you would have been toe up.
Oh, I would have been on fire with anger. On fire. Seriously. But I don't know why, but in my head I was like, okay, Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. Black man on black man. I mean, I thought like Russell Westbrook was
see that,
getting there.
Browner?
See? Look
You're
what's
right.
happened.
You see that, Browner? 2 black men display violence on television, and now the white man thinks every black man is going to display violence on television.
All the time now. All the time.
That is horrible.
Just like an episode of The Wire, just over and over again.
Dude, that's what Will Smith did. That is what Will Smith did to everybody who was watching. But by the way, everybody has an opinion about it. This is where we started in the last segment. We never got to it. O.J. Simpson. Can you play for everybody, Alex? OJ.
I have the whole thing. Like you sent me the tweet. So I didn't edit out his thoughts on the NFL overtime rule.
Yeah.
I didn't edit out the beginning of him being mobbed in Florida or whatever. He's like, I've been chased all around this side of the ocean. So this is a full unedited 90 seconds of.
Oh
OJ.
no! Can you fast forward it by like 30 seconds?
Okay.
I mean, I don't need to hear OJ on NFL overtime rules. I just want to hear OJ on Will Smith.
Okay. I mean, I can try.
All right. Well, at least just go into it a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Let's hear this.
Look, I understood the feeling. Now, in my life, I've been through a lot of crap, and I was raising 2 young kids, and every comedian in the country had an OJ routine, and don't think I wouldn't want to be slapped a couple of those guys, but you got to accept it's humor, and I didn't even think that was all that egregious. I thought it was a semi-unfunny joke, but I don't know. I don't get it. I know this. After what happened to me in Las Vegas, if I would have done that in front of 1 billion people watching around the world, they would have given me life without. I'm just saying. Hey, take care.
I'm just saying. They'd have given me life without. Seriously.
Oh, man. No, they wouldn't have. Because you killed 2 people and you didn't go to jail.
Don't say anything, Browner. Come on, man. Come on, Brown. Can't say anything, pal.
You know what my favorite thing about OJ is?
Hmm.
And I guess, I mean, listen, like, I tweet stuff, like, people care about what I think, too. So I understand it. But OJ really runs to Twitter. He's like, people want to know what I think about this. So I'm going to make a video with my white pearlies. And I don't care where I'm at. I'll be at a bar drafting my fantasy team. I'll be at a golf course. I will be anywhere. The only place he hasn't tweeted from is a toilet. And I'm like, the people need to know what Juice thinks about this. So I'm going to make a video about it. I love that.
I'm just saying. I love how he ends every single Twitter video with, I'm just saying.
Hey, Twitter world, yours truly.
Yeah. Now, everybody has had an opinion about this, which is why, by the way, listen, you guys laugh at me, but Russell Westbrook standing here, the reporter Brad Turner standing here, they're having a little back and forth, and I just think somebody might get smacked right now. It's possible. Somebody just might get hit right here, right now. Did you guys happen to see, what's his name? Jim Carrey, the comedian / actor.
Yes.
He was on the CBS early show. Now, I don't watch any of the early morning TV shows other than like First Take on ESPN, but he was on with Gail. What's her last name?
King.
Gail King. What's up, Queen? And Gail King was interviewing Jim Carrey about
What is wrong with you?
what? And so, Alex, can you play this? Do you have this Jim Carrey thing? Here's what Jim Carrey said about Will Smith, and I think he's
You
right.
watched it unfold, and then what happened after?
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
There was some question today about if anyone else had walked from the audience and done that, they would have been escorted out by security or maybe even arrested. The police asked Chris if he wanted to file charges. They asked Chris, do you want to file charges? And Chris apparently said no, he did not.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd have announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous. You know, that insult is going to last a very long time. If you want to yell from the audience and disapprove or show a disapproval or say something on Twitter or whatever, you do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words.
No, I agree. I think we all agree on that. I just thought, Jim, that it escalated to that. You know what I mean? That it escalated to that level.
It didn't escalate. It came out of nowhere because Will has something going on inside him that's frustrated, and I wish him the best. I really do. I don't have anything against Will Smith. He's done great things. But that was not a good moment.
No, I'm with him. Should have been arrested.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim Carrey. Because as she sat there and attempted to federally defend Will Smith, because she's probably one of those people who are like, see, he's sticking up for his wife. He's sticking up for black women. No, man. No. I'm so glad Jim Carrey was like, it didn't escalate. Like, literally, like, what are you talking about? What escalation are you referring to? Like, that's what he should have asked her because she's full of it, too. She's one of these people. Oh, he's defending black women. No, he's not. No, he's not. She should defend herself and stop putting all their business out there publicly. Stop banging her kids' friends.
One of the new things that I hate on social media is that if a person of any sort of fame has an opinion on one thing and it's not the majority of a shared opinion, that person can no longer say anything about anything ever again. Now, it is my understanding that Jim Carrey is the anti-vax person.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately Twitter was like, well, he's an anti-vaxxer. What the hell does Jim Carrey know? Like, yeah, he doesn't want your kids to be vaccinated. He blah, blah, blah. So it's like, once you have an opinion that is not shared by the masses, you are no longer allowed to share any opinion whatsoever forever. That is my new favorite thing on Twitter. Like, I think Zoe Kravitz yesterday said something on Instagram and she got dragged for something. She was like, well, this is the person that thinks this. It's like, well, like, so what team, like, what, you just get placed in a corner all of a sudden. I find that hilarious.
The most important part about all of his comments was that he was doing press for Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I was wondering what Jim Carrey had to do with anything.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
What is that? Is that a movie or is that a video game?
It's a movie. He's doing he's the villain in Sonic the Hedgehog 1, so he's obviously the villain in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I think he's the only actual human in the movie. So yeah, good times.
I loved I saw Questlove, who's the part of the house band for the Roots, or the house band for Jimmy Fallon.
Mhm.
So Questlove literally on Monday, he went back to work and he didn't, because he won an Oscar. So Jimmy sat him down on the couch and they did a full interview. And like Jimmy's like, I'm proud of you, you're my buddy, like did the whole sappy thing. And then he's like, okay, I have to ask you, you did win the Oscar that Chris Rock handed out. And I love that Questlove gave it zero anything. He was like, bro, when I knew that I was up, I just sat there and I meditated. I missed the whole thing. And then he just went on and talked about winning the Oscar. And I was like,
Great
thank you,
answer.
Questlove, because this is
Great
getting
answer.
so much like attention for so many people that it took away from his moment.
Mm-hmm.
This is his moment as,
Mhm.
however much you want to appreciate it or not. So I love that. And I saw reports that, of course, because this is fake and they're using it as publicity,
Mhm.
that Will Smith has turned down every single interview request on these Good Morning shows. And of course, where will he address it?
Right. On his wife's Facebook show that I've never heard of before, I've never seen before. And as much as I'm boycotting all Will Smith songs and all Will Smith movies, the day that she has him on that show, I will watch that on Facebook.
Won't watch it. I'll see what I need to see on other sites. I will never ever give that show a monocle of attention.
All right, hold on.
Sometimes I hate doing our show because it makes me watch those shows.
All right, let me have 1 minute to just mention everybody. Mazda of Escondido, mazdaofescondido.com. I've told this story now a bunch, but I'll just tell it one more time, which is this. I walked into Mazda of Escondido in February of 2021. I talked to Alan, the general manager. I had 2 used cars. I was paying way more than I should have for those 2 cars. I said, Alan, I need 3 cars. So I bought a Mazda CX-5, which I love. I was driving it yesterday, and I bought, or at least 2 Mazda CX-30s. My daughters love these Mazda CX-30s so much that my father, down in Florida, my father actually went and bought a Mazda CX-30 because he loves it. It's small, it's sporty, it's got all the bells and whistles, it's great on fuel, and he's loving this vehicle. If you're thinking about a new Mazda product, come visit our people at Mazda of Escondido, mazdaofescondido.com. They are on the Escondido Auto Park. It's a very easy place to get to right off the 15. Everybody knows the Escondido Auto Park. Ask for Alan. He's the general manager. Tell him you're a great friend. He's going to take extra special care of you. So if you're thinking about a new Mazda product, and Browner, I've been seeing that Mazda electric vehicle. I'm thinking about that right now.
EMX30.
Yeah, check them out. Mazda of Escondido, mazdaofescondido.com. We are in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. I want to get to the Padres and what happened to Mike Clevenger yesterday in spring training. We'll get there next. This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
You're listening to the 50,000-watt Powerhouse, bringing you the new generation of radio up and down all of California with a little bit of attitude. This is SoCal Sports Talk, the all-new and mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
Rugby. It's America's fastest growing sport and the predecessor of American football, combining football's physicality, the free-flowing grace of soccer, the ball-handling skills of basketball, and the intensity of ice hockey. No pads, no helmets, all action. Rugby Wrap-Up and Major League Rugby every Thursday night at 9 p.m. on Your View.
The 2022 San Diego Loyal season is here. Live on Your View and YourView.com. Watch the San Diego Loyal host the El Paso Locomotive FC Sunday, April 3rd at 2 p.m. Come join us at Torero Stadium and support the San Diego Loyal as they make their bid for the 2022 USL Championship. Tickets are available. San Diego Loyal versus the El Paso Locomotive FC, Sunday, April 3rd on Your View.
Replacing missing teeth with the new small diameter or mini implants. With us, we have an expert on the topic, Dr. Joe Gillespie. Dr. Gillespie.
Hey, Randy.
Welcome to the program.
Great to see you again.
Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
University of San Diego baseball is on a 7-game win streak. The Toreros got a midweek win against California Baptist on Tuesday night. It was another combined effort on the mound and solid performances at the plate. Chase Meadroth extended his hit streak to a season-high 9 games, going 2 for 4 on the night. Jack Costello, Kevin Sim, and Caleb Ricketts all had multi-hit games as well. Ricketts was named West Coast Conference Player of the Week, going 8 for 14 in 4 games with 2 doubles, a triple, and 5 runs scored. It is the 3rd consecutive week a Torero has won the award. Last weekend, USD got the sweep of St. Mary's. The Toreros won in 10 innings on Friday night, then on Saturday got the win 4-1, and on Sunday piled on the offensive power, getting an 11-6 win. Next up is a 3-game set in the Bay Area against San Francisco. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Your View.
We are very proud to announce that the Mightier 1090 is SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate. Introducing the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. One of the largest radio stations in North America just got bigger and better. Joining forces with the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
The 2022 San Diego Loyals season is here. Live on YourView and YourView.com. Watch the San Diego Loyal host the El Paso Locomotive FC Sunday, April 3rd at 2 p.m. Come join us at Torero Stadium and support the San Diego Loyal as they make their bid for the 2022 USL Championship. Tickets are available. San Diego Loyal versus the El Paso Locomotive FC, Sunday, April 3rd on YourView.
Main streets are the heart of our communities, where we connect with our neighbors, support local businesses, and share new adventures. Main Street Living celebrates all of this, bringing you uplifting stories with guests from across the country and your community. Main Street Living covers what's important to you today, from our street to your street. Join Cheryl, Danielle, and Quincy for Main Street Living, Mondays at 9 on YourView.
Rugby. It's America's fastest growing sport and the predecessor of American football, combining football's physicality, the free-flowing grace of soccer, the ball-handling skills of basketball, and the intensity of ice hockey. No pads, no helmets, all action. Rugby Wrap-Up and Major League Rugby every Thursday night at 9 p.m. on YourView.
Hollander Dental is unique because we have been serving the Carlsbad community for over 25 years. We have a very spacious office with ample parking and state-of-the-art technology. The office has been newly renovated, so all the equipment and facility is brand new. Any patient visiting Hollander Dental can expect to be taken care of at every step of their visit.
With care and love and support. So when we're going through tough times, as dental work is and can be, they make it easy for us as patients.
Investing in your smile and your overall dental health in the long run will help you save money by preventing other medical conditions.
I would absolutely recommend Hollander Dental.
I do recommend Hollander Dental to anyone I know who needs something done.
You always want to live in the best home possible. And that's what really at the heart of what our business is all about. And for over 20 years now, we've been focused on helping people get to the right property. At Move Up San Diego, we have created systems that are duplicatable because that creates the same results. Whether it's a trade-in option that we're doing a lot of right now, which allows people to be a cash buyer before they actually sell their home, or our moving concierge program, which actually helps you not just with the buying and selling of a property, but we help with the entire move. The best way to get a hold of Move Up San Diego is to either visit our website, moveupsandiego.com, or you can download our app called Move Up Homes, or you can call me direct on my cell phone at 858-204-7259.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YourView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Victor Howell here, host for the NCAA Tournament Special Dance to the Dome. Each week during the tournament, we'll assemble a panel of regional experts that follow your local teams all the way to the Final Four at the Dome. Highlights, predictions, interviews, and more as we dance to the Dome on YourView.
Brought to you by Airy Church Live at Pechanga Arena, San Diego on Friday, May 6th, 2022. Tickets at access.com. The 2022 San Diego Loyals season is here. Live on YourView and YourView.com. Watch the San Diego Loyal host the El Paso Locomotive FC Sunday, April 3rd at 2 p.m. Come join us at Torero Stadium and support the San Diego Loyal as they make their bid for the 2022 USL Championship. Tickets are available. San Diego Loyal versus the El Paso Locomotive FC, Sunday, April 3rd on YourView. If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on your view, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. And visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 a.m. ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
My name is Charles. 12 years ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. It set me on